And today I have with me Bob Lehnberg. He's offering a new course in the online school on Qigong and embryology. And I've invited Bob to come teach in the school because I took his course. And it was a very powerful way to integrate our earliest life experiences. And I found it to be extremely supportive to my own process. So Bob, why don't you just introduce yourself a little bit and then say a little bit about what you're going to teach in the school.
Great. Yeah, thank you, Kate. Wonderful to be here. And so I am offering the Qigong and embryology, or Qigong of embryology. And I've been doing the energy art since the mid-'80s, and specifically Qigong since the mid-'90s. And I approached it pretty much physically, just a physical movement exercise in the beginning, Qigong. And then as it goes on, it's gotten much more deep and more energetic, if you will. And a big part of my training has been in the study of body-mind centering, which I started in 1984, became a practitioner in 1990, and a certified teacher in 2002. And I teach in programs around the world. And so body-mind centering is essentially embodied anatomy and embryology. So it's a process. And what I've done is, or what I've found kind of natural, is the integration of the internal work, the experiential work, with the model of embryology. And I learn every day. You know, it's just it's ongoing, and that's what I enjoy about it. And one thing I learned from one of the many things I've learned from Jaap van der Wal is that embryology, or he validated, is that embryology really is a lifetime process. It's just not the first eight weeks in utero. And I really appreciate that. And it kind of I don't know, substantiates my idea that there is embodied anatomy, and then there's embodied physiology. There's an embodied process. How do we embody the process in the moment of being alive, the process of change, which is essentially what embryology is for me. And it's available to us even as adults. So yes. Yeah. So even though we're kind of focusing on embryology, I don't see this as regressing. I see it as a model, and I use embryology and the principles and concepts of embryology as a model to enrich our presence and our present being.
Yes, I found that it brought levity, it brought width, and it brought depth to who I am. I really enjoyed your class, and I know you teach series, but this is an entry, sort of first level, sort of 6 classes, just starting in January. Is there anything that you want people to know about these 6 classes before we end?
Yeah, basically, I see we start pre-incarnation in the void, or what's considered Wuji, or the Tao, if you will, but Wuji, which is emptiness, and how we come into an embodied physical space, embodying space, choose to infuse space with consciousness, and then our body, and then from there, it's really a play of dynamics. And the basis of all of this is a fluid basis of being. And when we can resolve ourselves, or really rest in our fluid basis, then the other systems come online. Just for example, breathing. We spoke a little bit earlier about cellular breathing, and cellular breathing it's a fluid process, or even our nervous system. You know, we think of however we view of our nervous system, but what patterns our nervous system is a fluid relationship. And so when we have this fluid underpinning of our relationship, we can rest in that instead of having to hold ourselves up in our nervous system tone. Sometimes we need to do that. We live in the world, okay. But then how do we come back and rest in a fluid, easeful state, which is nurturing and balancing for the autonomic system.
Oh, I feel more fluid and restful just listening to you. Okay, well, thank you. And I'm thrilled to be offering this to the students that have come to the online healing. They've taken Jaap van der Waal's classes or Mia Caleb's classes, and they have an understanding of our earliest experiences and some embryology. So I feel like this will be very integrated for people to just to come and listen to the stories that you tell and see your images and then do the Qigong with you. So thank you for coming, Bob.
Yeah, and just to emphasize that it is experiential. Yeah, we'll get some information, but it's also how you bring this into how you relate with your present. So it's not just informational, it is experiential.
Yes, it's movement, which is wonderful. It's wonderful to that's what makes it so full, and you access parts of yourself. At least I did. I accessed parts of myself, even though I'm fluent in the information. I didn't really need the information. I liked the movement, so we could go. It's playful, and it's also deep, and it's serious, and it's and yeah, it makes sense. So yeah, it's a lot of different things. So I'm excited. I'm curious to see how this goes, and I'm inviting everyone to come and take your course, and it will help you just feel yourself in a different way, or a deeper way, or a lighter way. We'll see.
Great.
Right.
Well, thank you so much, Kate. And just to say that there's no particular experience needed to join and participate fully in this class.
Yeah, it's a beginner. Like I am definitely a Qigong beginner. It was really great.
Great. Thank you so much, Kate.